Class 10 Biology. Good evening, students. Today we will start new chapter, chapter 9, the excretory system. So, excretory system involves with the removal of excretory system involves with the removal of various substance from the body to the outside. It involves the removal of various substances from the body to the outside. These various substances include large number of carbon dioxide, nitrogenous substance, nitrogenous substance may be ammonia, urea or uric acid, some toxic substance. So we can say that excretion is a process of removal of nitrogenous substance from the body to the outside, and it is carried out by the excretory system. Clear all of you? Say excretion. The process of removal of chemical waste, mainly nitrogenous substance. Nitrogenous means one of the product is said to be nitrogen from the body is known as excretion. Excretion play important in maintaining the homeostatic condition of the body because it removes basically urea and uric acid from the body. Because urea and uric acid are the nitrogenous substance, means one of the component of urea and uric acid is nitrogen. Organ which concerned with the formation, storage, emission of urine constitute the excretory system. So this excretory system also known as urinary system because this excretory system mainly removes urea from the body. So excretion should not be confused with the defecation. Defecation means it is the movement of bowels from the anus to the outside. Similarly, passing out carbon dioxide through the lungs is a part of respiration and not excretion. In human, the term is the more appropriate than the excretory system for the elimination of nitrogenous waste products. Now, come to the substance to be eliminated. Means what are the substance that we remove from the body to the outside? So there are a number of chemical substances which are regularly formed in our body or which are absorbed through the food that must be eliminated. Otherwise they become harmful. Means various substances including toxic substances are formed in the body. Time to time these toxic substances must be removed to the outside, otherwise if accumulated in the body it will be harmful. Some such substances are carbon dioxide, respiratory product, nitrogenous metabolic waste, excess salt, vitamins, water, and bile pigments. Now, first two products: carbon dioxide and water. Every living cell liberates energy by oxidizing glucose with the production of carbon dioxide and water. Carbon dioxide is emitted through the lungs. The extra water is released out of the body in the form of sweat. Now, second nitrogenous substance. So, second nitrogenous substance. How do nitrogenous substance form? So, when excess protein is taken by the body, the excess protein or the amino acid reach to the liver. Excess amino acid, when absorbed, transported to the liver, where nitrogen part of the amino acid convert into the highly toxic ammonia. This highly toxic ammonia convert into urea and uric acid. So urea is poisonous, but it eliminated with the help of the excretory system. Now, excess salts such as common salt and even some excess water-soluble vitamins B and C need not to be eliminated. Salts are mainly given out through the kidney. Water is taken in food and beverages in large quantity. The excess quantity of water is removed, which incidentally also serve a useful purpose of dissolving the harmful material to carry out them. Means water helps to remove out natural substance in the body during cholera or diarrhea. So in diarrhea, what happens? The level of water in the body decreases so that the natural substance accumulated in the body. Bile pigments, chiefly yellow bilirubin. So bilirubin and biliverdin are the bile pigments that help in the process of digestion, especially in the emulsification of fat, are the breakdown proper products of the hemoglobin of the dead RBC. The liver will extract it from the circulation and secrete into the bile juice poured into the duodenum through the common bile duct. These pigments are modified into the intestine pigment that give faces the yellowish brown color. So the pigments are excreted in urine. So excretion is the removal of harmful and unwanted nitrogenous waste from the body. Now, excretory organs. The main excretory organs in the body are kidney, skin, lungs, and liver. So, kidney, these are the primary excretory organ, emitting nitrogenous waste, chiefly urea, from the blood and throwing it out in the form of urine. In addition to the kidney and the associated urinary system, the following accessory excretory organ also help removing waste substance from the body. So kidney is the main organ of excretion. Skin, lungs, liver are the associated gland. Sweat excreted by the sweat gland of the skin primarily excrete water and sodium chloride along with a small amount of urea and lactic acid. So when sweat come out from the body, that sweat contain a small amount of urea. So this small amount of urea is useful to us because if some germs comes in contact with the skin, they kill due to the urea, and the foul smell of the sweat is due to the urea. Sweat glands pass out sweat only when required. So sweating is not excretion. Sweating completely accidental means it only occurs when we work out heavily or in hot temperature. Lungs. They excrete carbon dioxide from our body through the expired air. Liver. Liver detoxify ammonia by converting into the urea. Detoxify means ammonia is highly toxic, that ammonia convert into less toxic urea. Urea is excreted through urine. Liver also break down cholesterol, alcohol, nicotine and drugs. That's why a person taking this alcoholic substance, liver damaged due to the consumption of various alcoholic substance. Now human excretory system consists of a pair of kidney, a pair of ureter, urinary bladder and urethra. So these are the organs in the human excretory system. So a pair of kidney, so these are the two pair of kidney, ureter, urinary bladder, and the urethra. The opening of the urinary bladder into the urethra is guarded by a set of muscle known as sphincter muscle. It acts as a valve. So when the urinary bladder filled with urine, it sends an impulse so that the sphincter relaxes and the urine moves outside. Clear? And these are the two blood vessels that enters and leaves the kidney. So this is the renal artery that enters into the kidney. This is the renal vein that leaves the kidney. Clear? So the two kidney are two bean-shaped organs about 10 cm long, 6 cm wide, located on either side of the backbone and protected by the last two floating ribs. You can feel the location of your kidney by pressing gently after the last two pairs of ribs. The right side kidney is at slightly lower level than the left one, means left kidney slightly at higher position than the left one, because on the right side kidney, you are just above the right side kidney, it provided accommodation to the liver. Active, the ureter arises from the notch or hilum. So this is the notch. The concave portion of the kidney is called notch or median surface of kidney, connects behind the urinary bladder in the lower part of the abdomen. The front end of the ureter is somewhat expanded into the kidney and is called pelvis. See, this ureter that arises from the kidney on their concave region. So this white part of the ureter is called pelvis. The urine produced in the kidney constantly flows through the ureter and collects in the urinary bladder. The urine is intermittently emptied from the urinary bladder to the outside of the body through the urethra. The opening of the ureters into the bladder are somewhat projecting and act like valve to prevent the backflow of urine when the bladder contracts to pass out urine. See what is here. See, this is the urinary bladder. So when the urinary bladder contracts to pass out urine to the outside, that urine do not backflow into the ureter. Reason, this ureter is projected in the urinary bladder in somewhat so that the backflow is prevented. So this is the arrangement, the particular arrangement of the ureter in the urinary bladder prevent the backflow of the urine into the ureter. Thus all the urine pass to the outside. A sphincter or the circular muscle guards the opening of the bladder into the urethra and relaxes only at the time of urination or micturition under an impulse from the brain. So micturition or urination is the act of passing urine to the outside. Once more, urination or micturition is the act in which urine is passed to the outside. Clear? So internal structure of kidney and longitudinal section of the kidney show two main regions. Longitudinal section of the kidney show two main regions. The outer cortex, this is the outer cortex, and the inner medulla. The outer cortex appears dark in color and the inner medulla appear lighter. The medulla is composed of finely striped substance arranged in several conical pyramids. Once more, the medulla is arranged or composed of finely striped substance arranged in several conical pyramids. So these are the conical pyramids. Conical pyramids. The apex of the conical pyramid is called papilla, which projects into the pelvis. What I said, pelvis is the broader part of the ureter. So this is the pelvis. So pelvis is the broader part of the ureter. So this papilla projects into the pelvis of the kidney. Portion of the cortical tissue extend in between the adjacent renal pyramid is called renal columns. So these are the renal columns. The kidney is composed of numerous number of minute tubules called uriniferous tubules or nephrons or renal tubules or just kidney tubules. So the nephrons or uriniferous tubules are the structural and functional unit of kidney. This is the blood vessels that enter into the kidney, called renal artery, carrying pure blood but containing nitrogenous substance. And this is the blood vessel that leaves the kidney, called a renal vein. So this kidney consists of numerous minute tubules called urinary tubules or nephrons. So nephrons are the microscopic structure, are the structural and the functional unit of kidney. So in the next class we will see the structure of nephron. Till have a good day, all of you go through the chapter. Okay, have a good day.